Hi, my name is Heather from Heather Eats Almond Butter, and today I'm going to use some Egglands Best Eggs, and I'm going to make a Socca crust breakfast pizza. So the first thing we need to do, I just turned my oven on to 450 degrees, and I'm using a 12-inch cast iron skillet. So we're going to stick that in the oven to heat. You can use any sort of pizza pan or another non-stick skillet. I just prefer the cast iron. So we're going to let that heat up, and we're going to go ahead and make the crust. So the crust is fairly simple. It's 1 cup of sifted chickpea flour, which you can get, or garbanzo bean flour. You can get it pretty much any health food store. So we're going to add that to our bowl. Then we're going to slowly whisk in 1 cup of lukewarm water. And you want it to be, you don't want it to be really lumpy. It should be like a thick milk consistency. And then we're going to add fresh ground pepper. That's my daughter in the background, sorry. And you can use a teaspoon of salt, but I don't like it as salty, so I'm just going to add 1/2 teaspoon. And then I'm also going to add you can use olive oil, I prefer butter, so this is melted clarified butter or ghee. So we're going to add that, and we're going to whisk that in. So again, you want it to be like a thick cream consistency and not too lumpy. It's not like pancake batter really, it's a bit thinner. Alright, so then you just cover it while your oven heats the pan, and you can leave it covered up to 12 hours. So that's our crust batter. You want to coat your cast iron skillet well. And then you simply, before we pour the batter in, I'm going to add, I love pesto on my pizza, so I love fresh basil, so I'm going to add basil to the crust, as well as 1/2 of a thinly sliced onion. So we'll add that in. I'm just going to kind of whisk everything together. And then you just pour your batter into your skillet. Get it evenly coated. Just going to kind of swirl that. And then you just pop it back in the oven for about 12 to 15 minutes. Alright, and so while that bakes, we are going to make some eggs. So I've got a non-stick skillet here, and I've actually coated it with a little more ghee. And we're going to put this about on medium heat. I've got 3 Egglands Best Eggs here. And then we're just going to scramble the eggs with I'll scramble these first. But I've got some turkey sausage here that I've already cooked. So we're going to add that. So I don't want to scramble the eggs fully, just because we're going to stick them in the oven on top of the pizza under the broiler. So I'm just going to kind of scramble them maybe about 50–75% of the way done. I'll add sausage. And you can add any, anything to your eggs, fresh herbs, any kind of meat, no meat, cheese, whatever you want to do. Alright, so that's about most of the way scrambled. So we're going to shut that off and wait for our Socca crust to finish cooking, and then we'll add the eggs and sausage. Okay, we're back. So the timer went off, and I'm going to after I move my dog out of the way, the Socca crust from the oven, and it smells amazing. And then I'm going to put the oven on broil. We're going to add the eggs and turkey sausage to the crust. Again, I'm going for a breakfast themed pizza, so whatever you want. Instead of cheese, I always like to use nutritional yeast. I'm not a big cheese person. So we're just going to sprinkle that on top. Like so. Nutritional yeast, it's inactive yeast. It's got a nutty, cheesy sort of taste, so it's great if you're dairy intolerant. So then we're going to stick this back in the oven and let it broil just for a few minutes, just to brown the crust. So this has been broiling maybe 2 to 3 minutes. So I'm going to take it out of the oven. It's nice and crisp. Yeah, my eggs are brown, so it's ready. And I love to drizzle, I'm going to drizzle a little tahini. There's something about just mixing nutritional yeast with tahini. I don't know, it's really cheesy. And tahini, for those of you that don't know, is just ground up sesame seed paste. It's popular in Middle Eastern dishes, but I think it pairs really nicely with nutritional yeast to give a nutty, kind of cheesy flavor. Alright, so that's that. And then we're going to let this cool for a minute. I'm going to slice it, and then CD and I are going to have lunch.